Hi. Um, okay, so it is Sunday afternoon and had a pretty eventful week and weekend. It was pretty fun. Um, Monday, Tuesday didn't really do much. I did taekwondo on Monday. Wednesday I went to school, had lunch, sat there for an hour, and then we played volleyball. And that was a lot of fun. I was a lot better because last week was my first time to really ever play, and so this week, like, I kind of got the routine down and I did a lot better. But when I served, like, I was making it over the net, but I accidentally, like, I don't know if you can tell, there's like a big bruise right here. Like, when I served, I hit it on the wrong part of my hand, so now, like, it's all bruised. But it's still okay. They've told me that I'm supposed to hit it here, like, where there's like a bony part. So yeah. Um, After volleyball, we had another Kwashik. That was cool. We did sushi, and I don't like sushi back in the States, and I definitely don't like sushi in Korea because it's not even wrapped in anything. There's no rice. Like, it's literally just fillets of raw fish and squid and clams and a lot of other stuff. They brought out what looked like a meatball, and it was sitting there, and they were like, beef sushi, beef sushi. It was raw ground beef in the shape of a meatball, and they were just eating it, and I'm just, like, the health teacher in me was just like, no, that's so bad. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, I eat steaks rare, but not that rare. Not at all. Um, yeah, so this cracked me up. Beef sushi. Beef sushi. Um, yeah, so that was an interesting dinner, to say the least. And then taekwondo that night, which that's like the second time I've done taekwondo after having a few drinks, because at a Kwashik you have to accept the drinks. And it wasn't quite so bad this time because we kind of just played soccer, which I don't play. But yeah. Thursday, didn't really do much again. I went to dinner with some friends, and then I went to one of my friends knows this place where you can get like whole wheat bread, so I went and got bread, and then I went to taekwondo. And there was a couple times that, like, I needed to, like, put on my shoes, and so I asked this girl, like, will you hold my bread? And apparently I did it a few times, and so now that's like my catchphrase in Korea is, will you hold my bread? Yeah. Not very cool, but I guess it fits me. Whatever. Um, let's see. Friday was my last day of desk forming, so my first day of teaching is on Monday, and I'm really excited but really nervous at the same time. I know it's going to be okay, but it's one of those things, like, until you do it, you don't really know what to expect. So, but pretty much for my first week, I just go over my introduction PowerPoint, which is on Facebook, has its own photo album. Um, so I'm pretty, yeah, I'm nervous, but I know it'll be okay. Um, and yeah, so Friday night, one of my co-teachers, not my co-teacher, but a fellow teacher, like, he teaches fifth grade. He took me and, like, showed me the beach in town, and it was really cool. It was dark, because he didn't, like, finish school until like 9 o'clock, and so we didn't get, like, out to the beach till like almost 10, and like, it was just like all dark, and then all of a sudden you just hear waves. So I mean, it was really cool. So we walked on the beach for a little bit, and he kind of showed me, like, where, like, the local market is, like, for fish and stuff that you're supposed to be able to get fish really cheap at. And he said, like, he showed me, like, where people who are from Boyang go and people who are tourists go, and he said the tourist is, like, a lot more expensive and all that. That was fun. And then, like, we just went and had coffee for like an hour, and then, like, we walked home. He lives, like, pretty close to me, so yeah. Let's see, Friday, I didn't realize this when I got home, but, like, I have this ghetto makeshift curtain. It's actually a Snuggie up there right now. It's just a shower rod with a blanket, and I had a different blanket on there, but I think it was too heavy, so I put the Snuggie up there. Yeah, and so I didn't realize till the next morning that had fallen down, so I woke up really early because it was so bright. But yeah, I didn't get home until like 1, Saturday morning, I guess, and then I didn't get to sleep till like almost 2, and then I woke up at like 6. Like, it was awful, and this was like the day I was supposed to go into Seoul. So didn't really start out very well, but yeah. But anyway, so Saturday I got up, I met a friend, Gareth, for breakfast at Dunkin' Donuts, so we went and did that. Had like a bagel like with egg, ham, and cheese, and the cheese like was like the crappy American sliced cheese, so but it was still good. Yeah, so we ate that and then we went to the bus, and the bus to Seoul takes about 2 hours. So we got our bus left at 11, so we got there at 1, and then we took the subway over to the hotel, which I didn't realize. There was like a whole big group of us, but it was actually a love motel. Yeah, that was kind of weird. In Korea, they have these things called love motels, and you can kind of guess what that's for. It's, yeah, it's just because they're cheap, and it's just, like, there were, like, a whole group of us, and, like, there were some couples, but, like, I shared a room with, like, another girl, and very awkward. Like, we didn't even realize, like, that was that kind of hotel, and then we got up in the morning, and we found, like, condoms on the desk, and we were like, oh, okay. Yeah, so that was weird. So anyway, yeah, so we got there, and then we had Burger King for lunch, and I haven't had Burger King since we've been here, and they actually had Sprite that actually tasted like Sprite, so that was really good. It wasn't, like, quite like back home, but it was pretty close, so I had, like, three glasses of that. Then I had a chicken sandwich and fries, and, then we went to the, it was St. Patrick's Day, so we went to, like, this, like, gathering, like, where they had, like, live music playing and everything, and that was pretty cool. We just sat around and talked, and, like, I met a whole bunch of new people, and, yeah, it was just interesting. It was fun. It was, like, there were actually people there from Ireland, and so it was cool to, like, celebrate St. Patrick's Day with people from Ireland, and, so yeah, just because it never happens back in the States. Yeah, so we did that for like a few hours, and like there was like this Irish dancing mosh pit type thing, and so I went down into that for a little bit, and you don't realize how sticky beer is until someone shoots off an entire big jug of Cass into the crowd, and you get it drenched in your hair. And I had my hair like natural, just yeah, and so like my hair was like, I just got out of the shower, so it's still like drying, but it was like stiff like a board, and it was really gross. Yeah, and then so after that we went to just an Irish pub, and it was so crowded, like you literally, like, you couldn't even move around. Oh, and, like, the subway, when we took the subway, it was literally, I had my hands up like this. I was pressed up against the guy, like, in front of me, and, like, the guy behind me was like, hi, and, like, really, like, you couldn't move. I could barely breathe. I was about to flip out. Like, good thing they're so fast, because it was awful. But, yeah. Yeah, so we just did the bar thing, and then, like, 2 a.m., like, Korean bars don't close at 2 here. Like, they stay open forever. And, like, at 2 a.m. there was, like, a Ireland versus England rugby match. And, like, I was hanging out with this guy from England, so he, like, really wanted to watch it. So, like, we stayed and watched it, and they won. Yay! But it was kind of like, you know, like, there's, like, this big rivalry or whatever. And it was very weird. I've never seen a rugby match. Like, they do, like, this thing, like, where they all, like, crowd together and then, like, push at each other and, like, try and get the ball. I don't know. It was really weird. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, so, like, that, I guess the game finished around 4, because they're, like, 80 minutes. But, yeah, so then, like, I took a taxi back to my hotel, and then I got up the next morning and, like, got a taxi to the bus station and got a ticket and went home. I like I went with a bunch of people, but like they were still asleep and I was like really ready to get home, so I just went ahead and took a taxi by myself. And I managed to get to the bus station, buy my own ticket, and then get on the right bus all by myself. So I feel really proud. And this is the bus ticket. And it was really funny, like, because I kind of waited around for like 2 hours just seeing if like anyone would like, because I got up at like 7, went to sleep at like 5:30, was up at 7:30, so I was tired. But like, so the bus left at 10, and I got to the bus station and bought my ticket at 9:52. Because I had no idea when the bus was gonna leave, so it was just like kind of luck of the draw that I got there right when I did. Yeah, so I slept like a little bit of the ways home, and then I kind of like woke up and then just was texting a friend. But yeah, so that's been my week. It's been really eventful. I made it to Seoul. Like Seoul has like kind of a reputation and talk for like just losing everything. Like people have lost over $100. They've lost ARCs and driver's license and credit cards and all of that stuff. So I managed to, and passports, that's the big thing. They lost their passport. But I managed to get to Seoul, go around, have a good time, get back from Seoul by myself with all of my things. So eventful and successful first time in Seoul. So yeah, it's like 6 o'clock, and I'm about to just edit this and put it up for y'all. I'm gonna go to Coffee 202. So alright, I love y'all back home. I miss y'all, and I hope y'all like the video. Bye. Hi, how are you? Hello.
너의 발이 너의 move 이미 내 시선을 가둬버린 나의 groove 식상함들은 매일 날 지치게 해 Let's go get cool He said something about people on the show. Oh yeah! 내가 바라던 그게 너야 그냥 이대로 너와